What's going on YouTube is Playmaker Way with the playbook. And as you can see right now, we're looking at gold, XAU, USD. And y'all read the title, how we caught over 1,000 pips trading gold in one day. To be exact, I'm putting the title about exactly how much we made or how much we caught. But this was the end results. And now I'm gonna show you how I called in the signal room for my students. Because I do have a free signal room, by the way. This one wasn't in the free signal room, but I do have a free signal room. First link in the description. I call 3 to 5 signals daily, Monday through Friday, London into New York session, just to show y'all exactly what the power of these zones can do every day and the power of my strategy. So if this is your first time seeing the video or watching any of my videos, go ahead and hit that sub button, because there's no other Forex channel you're gonna find that's explaining things how I'm explaining them and exposing just how simple Forex really can be. Okay. Also, there's gonna be a giveaway every 100 subscribers. I'm doing a giveaway. Go ahead and hit that sub button so you can be a part of that and you don't miss out. It's gonna be a lot of good things getting given away, a lot of knowledge, just stay tuned, okay? Just stay tuned. But anyways, let's get straight into the video. Enough talking. So, before I enter any trade, I go on the daily time frame. Always go on the daily time frame. And all these lines, I'm a zone trader. That's why I call this. I don't know if there's any other term for it, but that's why I'm calling it. That's what I'm going with. There you have it. But anyways, so zone trading is kind of similar to price action and support resistance, but it's a little bit deeper, okay? So that's what all these lines are basically zones I've identified on the daily time frame that price respects, rejects, and likes to go to. So now that I identify these zones, what I need to do now is go on the smaller time frame to see exactly how price is reacting to these zones and these levels. And that's exactly what I do every day. This strategy works not just on gold, but it works on indices, currency pairs, crypto, stocks. It works on literally everything. So, as we can see, gold was in a downtrend for a little bit. You see, it went down, reacted to the zone, then broke under the zone, then rejected, went back up, then broke down, then went back up, consolidated a little in here, broke down some more zones, then a whole lot of red. So that's the thing. So that's why I don't really like saying trends, but you kind of got to follow a trend. But it's not going to be pretty high lows, lower high like this. Sometimes it could go like this and get stuck in zones. It can get stuck in traffic. It can get stuck in a lot of things before it finishes the direction it's going. Because as you can see, it's doing what it was doing in the past. Right now, price is always going to repeat itself. There's no reason why you're trying to predict something brand new or make a new wheel, reinvent the wheel. There's no reason to do that. That's the whole point of using a chart, because we just simply look to the left. We can see price has done this before. This isn't nothing new. This is nothing new. This isn't a new area. Price has gone here before, and this is where price is currently at. Once we identify the zones, we identify where price is going at the moment, and now we need to focus on the main zones. So we see this zone here and this zone here is going to be the two main zones we look at. Well, it's going to be three zones you're going to look at, this zone as well, because if our trade doesn't go our way and hits our stop loss, that means we could be looking for a play on the buy. So that's why you need to look at these three zones, because these are the three zones that matter. This is the main zone, the middle one. This is the one we want to see it hit, and this is the one it can potentially hit if it doesn't go our way. Also, another thing to pay attention to is these wicks. You see these wicks. I'm putting the mouse above here because obviously when I put it here, it's like messing it up. But all these wicks right here, you see those? That's very important to look at. There's a difference when the candle is looking nice and full like this red one, or this green one, or this green one. But when you see wicks like this, candles like this, candles like these, you gotta really question and ask, why did price do that? Why did it make that shape? What made it make that shape? If you don't ask any of these questions, you're really never going to get anywhere with this. You're not going to figure anything out, because every candle shape is shaped that way for a reason. It's not just randomly making these shapes. So once you can learn how to read candlesticks and identify what they're doing, it will make things a lot easier as well. So, and I'm not saying you have to spend hours, but literally 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. You watch a show on YouTube or TV that's 30, 15 minutes. If you're really trying to learn this, you can take 15, 30 minutes of your time away from watching something that's not going to make you money to put in that 15, 30 minutes, if not more, into something that will make you money. Time. Everybody's got 24 hours, but what everyone does with their 24 hours is what makes the difference between how their life is and just results of how their life ends up, like in general. Every decision you make forms your life. 80% of life is life happening to you, and 20% of it is how you react to it. That 20% is very important, because if you don't react correctly, you can literally change your life for better or worse, depending on how you react. So anyway, so once I figured it out on the daily time frame, the next thing I want to do is go on the smaller time frames. I'll go to the 4 hour, then I'll go to the 2 hour, etc., etc. But let's just go to the 15 minute, because that's where I finally want to go to. So I'm going to do a bar replay so I can show you exactly what I was looking at when I entered the trade. Because as you see here, I called some trades earlier. We hit a few TPs in the past with the gold sales. So this trade, we kind of hit a few TPs and then rejected back up. So honestly, the new trade didn't happen until right here, because this was one trade right here. And then we got wicked out after it hit a few TPs and shot back up. But then we went in for another trade, and that's when it went all the way to, I think. You get what I'm saying? But let's do a bar replay, and then we'll get to it. When I saw a price respect this line, so support resistance, you don't understand how support resistance works, I suggest watching the video. I have a video explaining support resistance, price action, less than 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna really go over it that much in this video. But if you understand how that works, then you understand how these lines work, okay? So if it hits this line, I either want to, honestly want to see it respected as a resistance zone, because if it's a resistance zone, it's going to go down. If it's a support zone, it's going to go up. And so I have sells, so I see it's on this zone and it's going down. So all I did was simply look to the left and saw that not only was it under this blue zone, but it's also under a level of traffic underneath the zone. So the price was going to go back up. It would have to break this level of traffic as well as break this zone and then keep going up. Or it could keep going, staying under this zone, and then keep going down to the next zone, and then we'd go from there. Now, what do you think price is most likely going to do? You think it's going to most likely break a bunch of zones and traffic and then go up into this? Or you think it's going to keep on respecting it as a resistance level and keep going to the downside? I think it's going to keep going to the downside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense. Because again, your trade, the trade you put in, is not going to affect the market. When we enter a trade, we're not making the market go up or down anymore. I don't care how big your lot size is. I don't care how hard you believe. I don't care how many times you heard for every buyer there's a seller. That's all BS. That's not how this works. I'm telling you right now. We do not control the markets. We literally just jump in the water and the current takes us the way the current's going. So what we want to do is predict which way the current's going to the best of our ability, and then make money riding the wave. That's what we want to do. We want to ride the wave. We want to ride the momentum. We never want to go against it. And we never want to think that we have any control and power over it. That was one of the biggest ways people get messed up, besides not handling their emotions correctly. So once I saw that it was respecting the resistance zone, it was underneath a level of traffic underneath the resistance zone, I knew that it was going to keep going to the downside. So all I simply did was, all I simply did was, call the trade again, enter a sell, watched it hit the bottom, and I made some money. Like, it's literally that simple. All you do is identify the zone, see how price is reacting to the zones, wait for confirmations, and then enter a buy or sell. A sell in this case. As you see, it drops back down, and it's respecting the level that it was last touching. Remember when it rejected and shot up, is right where the level is where it rejected originally. So remember how price went down for that sell originally, hit a few TPs and shot back up to the resistance zone, and now it dropped back down, and now it's right back to the farthest it was last time it went down. And now we're going to see if it's going to shoot back up again, or it's going to break that level and keep going to the bottom of the zone. So let's see what happens. I mean, we already know what happens, but let's just see what happens. And then it finally broke under and hit the zone, hit all the TPs. That's the power. That's the power of these zones. Once you identify these levels, you can literally just start catching easy pips. And like I said, this works on indices. Like this is US 30, and as you can see, I'm in a sell right now for it. But as you can see, I use these zones to catch pips day after day after day. NAS 100, same thing. And I just want y'all to look at how price reacts to these zones, how price literally dances on these zones. Like, this isn't a coincidence. And it does this. This is US 30. It does this with everything, even currency pairs. Like this is Euro USD. Like look how price reacts to these zones. So literally, once you identify these zones on the daily time frame, you can literally just start making money. Like, it's crazy. And I teach my students how to identify these zones and enter trades during any time of the day. Because any time of the day, as long as the market is open, you can make some money. I teach my students how to identify these zones and to catch pips, just like how I do. If y'all want to see what these zones can do, like I said, I got that free signal room. First link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Y'all enjoy this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Like I said, every 100 subscribers, I'm doing giveaways, I'm doing specials, doing a lot of good things, and cool things going on. I'm about to change this Forex game right now, y'all. And y'all that join, y'all that is early, y'all about to see the creation of something great. Just letting y'all know right now.